Hey guys, this is Future Marissa popping in to film a slightly different intro for this video that I filmed about a week ago, because since I filmed it, the world has basically gone sideways due to the coronavirus. The idea with this video was to give you tips for things that I implement on a somewhat regular basis to help boost my immune system that helped me recover from a cold very, very quickly. Not the coronavirus, from a cold very quickly. But given the current state of the world, all of this just hits a little different this week. I don't know about where you are, but here in LA, like 2 days ago, basically everything shut down. They shut down restaurants and bars and entertainment places and gyms and literally everything. So I just wanted to jump in here and give a little bit of context because I filmed this before everything went sideways, so I don't quite know how this is going to land and how the world is going to be different in like 2 days when I upload this. And with that being said, I want to make it abundantly clear that this video is not intended to treat or prevent the coronavirus. I am not claiming that any of these things are going to make you any more protected than you were before. This is simply a list of things that I apply regularly in my life to keep my immune system functioning happily and healthfully, and that theoretically made it strong enough to fight off a cold in a couple days rather than letting me get like really sick and sad. So with that out of the way and hopefully very clear, let's get into the actual video. Good morning everyone, how are you all doing? I hope you are all happy and healthy. About 5 days ago, I started getting a sore throat. By the end of the day, it was so painful that it hurt to talk and swallow. And of course, with everything going on right now, my brain was immediately like, oh my god, what if I have the coronavirus? I'm gonna die. Obviously, I'm a very low risk population to actually be negatively affected by the virus if I get it, but still, you know, it's scary times, man. But rest assured, in the last like 5 days, I've had no like coronavirus symptoms. It's basically just been a sore throat and I had a little bit of phlegm going on. So I'm pretty darn sure that it was just like a little cold. And I was actually very surprised by my body's ability to fight it off really quickly. Like I never felt really sick. Like it never developed into something where I felt the need to like spend a day in bed or just like have a day, you know, when you get sick and you're like super tired and fatigued and just feel disgusting. I never had one of those days. I kind of just got a sore throat, and then I had a day where I felt like a little bit off, and then by the third day I was mostly fine. And this morning I just had like a little bit of phlegm going on still, but like within an hour I was back to basically normal. So honestly, I was impressed with my body's own ability to fight off a cold. So I figured today I would share some of the things that I do on the regular that help boost the immune system. And I just want to be clear that like, this just happens to be timed during the coronavirus. The last thing I want to do is contribute to all of the fear surrounding it. Obviously, you should still be like taking precautions, washing your hands, which is something you really should be doing anyway. But just want to be clear, this video is not
how to prevent the coronavirus.
So hopefully my intentions and the disclaimer are clear. If you're excited to learn tips to boost your immune system, give this video a big thumbs up. And without further ado, we'll get into tip number 1, which I put as number 1 because it is the most important tip. And that is to sleep like your life depends on it, because it kind of does.
Just kidding.
It's just to get enough sleep, good quality and quantity. Sleep deprivation reduces the effectiveness of the immune system. Studies show that people who don't get enough quality or quantity sleep are at much higher risk of infection when exposed to a virus. Also, lack of sleep will negatively impact your body's ability to recover if you do get sick. During sleep, your immune system releases proteins called cytokines, and when you have an infection, are inflamed, or you're stressed, your body needs to be able to produce more of these cytokines in order to fight that and help your body recover from that. And so if you are sleep deprived, your body's ability to produce those cytokines decreases, and thus your body's ability to recover from these things is impaired. In addition, infection-fighting antibodies and cells are reduced during periods where you lack sleep. So basically, if you are not getting enough sleep, your body's ability to produce the things that help fight infections decreases, which puts you at a much higher risk for getting infected and also makes it much more difficult to recover if you do get an infection. So I'm about to head off to the gym, but first I'm gonna have a little drink of this special drink that I concocted as soon as I felt like I was getting sick. And this is actually a recipe from my ebook, Adaptogens 101, that I designed specifically to boost the immune system. It contains some of the most powerful immune boosting ingredients, and I genuinely think that this is kind of a big reason why I was able to recover so quickly. So like I said, the full recipe is in my ebook, which I will link down below, but it does contain ginger and honey, which are powerful antioxidants that contain anti-inflammatory and antibacterial properties. It also, the original recipe calls for chaga, which is why it's in Adaptogens 101, because chaga is an amazing adaptogen. Though the research is pretty limited, there are a number of animal and test tube studies to suggest that chaga's effect on the body may positively impact the immune system by reducing chronic inflammation and fighting harmful pathogens. Chaga has been shown to help promote the formation of beneficial cytokines, which we talked about during sleep, which help stimulate white blood cells to fight off the harmful pathogens. And so chaga is thought to be potentially very beneficial for helping the body fight off anything from a regular cold to more harmful illnesses. So chaga is what I would usually use to make this, but unfortunately all my stuff is packed away right now, so I don't have access to my chaga. But one of the things I did keep out was my reishi, and reishi is also amazing for the immune system. I personally usually like to use reishi to decrease stress levels and kind of help me go to sleep if I need the extra, you know, something to let my body just like calm down a little bit. But reishi is called the queen of mushrooms for a reason. It has a ton of other benefits, one of which being its immune boosting benefit. Reishi has been shown to boost the immune system in multiple different ways, and let me just read a little section of my ebook to you, because my ebook goes in depth into the science behind different adaptogens and all of that good stuff, so I already have an entire chapter on reishi. So I'm just gonna read you a little bit. One review discussed how its immunomodulating effects are extensive, including promoting the function of antigen-presenting cells, mononuclear phagocyte system, humoral immunity, and cellular immunity. It may alter the inflammation pathways in white blood cells, increase the number of white blood cells, and it has been shown to significantly increase the activity of natural killer cells, which help fight cancer and infections in the body in advanced stage cancer patients. So reishi also packs a serious punch when it comes to boosting the immune system. And as always, the brand of reishi that I went with is, hello? And as always, my go-to brand of adaptogenic mushrooms is SIGMATIC, so I used a bunch of packs of the SIGMATIC reishi in this huge thing, which was like twice as full yesterday. I think my aunt and uncle had some last night after I made it. But if you're really serious about using adaptogens or adaptogenic mushrooms specifically to boost your immune system or give you these health benefits, you really want to make sure you're getting a good quality brand, because there are so many horrendously terrible brands out there that are not giving you what they say they are. One of the biggest things that you see with adaptogenic mushrooms is the company will use the whole mushroom, which sounds great, right? Because you're getting the whole mushroom. That's not what you want. The thing is, with most mushrooms, the majority of the benefits are in the fruiting body of the mushroom. So like the part of the mushroom that you see above the ground, and not really in the roots. Like the roots are nowhere near as beneficial. And then on top of that, lower quality brands will grow their mushrooms in grain. So the roots are like growing into grain. So when they harvest the mushroom, the grain comes with the roots. So not only are you not isolating the fruiting body, which is the part that has the actual beneficial compounds, and diluting it with the roots, you're also getting grain thrown in there. So if you have an issue like digesting grains, congrats, you now get digestive issues with your mushrooms. But SIGMATIC does everything the right way. Not only do they source their mushrooms really well, but the extraction processes that they use are top notch, and so I cannot recommend SIGMATIC enough if you want to dabble in reishi or chaga, or literally any of the other products. They're all super great. And as always, you can use my code FITAndNerdy to get 15% off your order, so I will link that down in the description. Definitely go check it out. And even if you're not worried about the strength of your immune system right now, adaptogenic mushrooms have so many other amazing properties, so it doesn't hurt to incorporate them into your daily life. So I was gonna film my workout for you guys today, but it's pouring rain out there. Most of my workout's gonna be out in the outdoor area, so I don't know if that's gonna happen. But either way, I'm gonna go get a workout in, even if I don't film it.
Oh, you make me wanna talk back to you. Say it like that. If I hate you, then find someone new. Baby, but you know I never will. No, so I choke you down just like a pill.
That was a really good workout. I took it a little bit lighter because I am still kind of recovering and I don't want to push it too hard. So that brings me to my next tip to how to boost your immune system. I apologize for the sound of the rain. It's loud, but I have to run errands, so I don't really have a better option right now. But basically, when it comes to your immune health, the healthier your body is, the better your immune system is going to function. So anything you can do in general to promote health is going to boost your immunity. And so exercise is absolutely key in this. Exercise is a hormetic stressor, and what this means is that it is basically a low-level stress that causes your body to adapt in a positive way. With a hormetic stressor, low levels of stress will stimulate or upregulate different cellular and metabolic pathways that improve the capacity of cells and organisms to withstand stress. And things like illness and viruses are stressors on the body. So the more stress your body can handle, the better it's going to be equipped to deal with things that are trying to make you sick. Exercise also improves blood circulation, which allows the cells of the immune system to just flow more freely throughout the body so that they can do what they need to do. It also is generally anti-inflammatory, so again, you know, the healthier you are, the better your immune system is going to be able to do its job. And then also, this is something that I have not been able to do regularly recently because I've been far away from the gym and also my skin, but the sauna. Figured I'd mention it because a lot of gyms have saunas, so if you have access to this, it could be helpful. And the sauna is also a hormetic stressor, so it's going to improve your body's ability to adapt to and deal with stress. Specifically, it increases your body's production of heat shock proteins, which play a prominent role in many cellular processes, but especially in immune function, and it also upregulates the production of FOXO3 proteins, which increase the production of genes that regulate the immune system. So not only is it just generally good for your health, but it also directly improves the immune system. I've made it to a secret place to do secret stuff. No, just kidding. I'm gonna tell you because I already told Instagram, so you guys already know if you follow me on the gram. It's been like 3 months. Finally found a new place to live. Obviously haven't moved in yet. That is happening very soon, but I just had to swing by here because you guys asked for a moving vlog, and so I wanted to get a little bit of footage of the house before we move everything in. So I'm doing that today, and I will show you most likely in my next video, maybe the video after. But what I wanted to say is that I have been taking chia seed pudding with me like everywhere lately because I've had to like get up, go to the gym, go a bunch of other places, and haven't had time to eat in between. So chia seed pudding has been like my go-to on-the-go thing when I have no time. And it's the best because it doesn't require any cooking time either. Like it takes like literally a minute and a half to make the night before. Just grab it in the morning, stick it in my little freezer bag thing, and it'll stay nice and cold until I want it, and delicious, nutritious. And I'm not gonna say this is immune boosting, but like generally healthy, which keeps me healthy, which keeps my immune system healthy. But yeah, I'm gonna film this house for you guys, so stay tuned for that. While I'm here and not in a car that has pouring rain on it, making this sound horrible, I figured I might as well give you the next tip. I was planning on demonstrating it, but due to the weather, that will not be possible. And this tip is to maximize vitamin D exposure, or at least get some sun exposure. Immune cells such as B cells, T cells, antigen-presenting cells all have vitamin D receptors on them, so vitamin D can modulate the innate and adaptive immune response. And deficiency in vitamin D is associated with increased instances of autoimmunity as well as infection. So if you can't get exposure to the sunlight, if you live in a place where like there's not a lot of sun, then supplementing with vitamin D may help. Hi, can I place an order for pickup, please? I would like to do 1 order of the spicy Penang curry with chicken. And can I do extra vegetables with that?
Absolutely.
And then a side of the edamame guacamole. Can I do the gluten-free pita stuff instead of the like regular pita chips? Great, thank you so much. Just ordered dinner. It's not quite dinner time, but it's gonna take me like an hour to get back home, so I figured I might as well grab something on the way. So I already ate the pita and edamame guacamole that I got earlier, but my dinner tonight is a spicy Penang curry full of vegetables with some brown rice and quinoa that I'm gonna mix into that, and one of my favorite things ever. But the point that I wanna make here with my dinner is that following a whole foods based diet and maximizing nutrient density is key to supporting your immune system. Your body builds itself and builds its systems off of what you eat. And so you need to be giving your body the micronutrients that it needs to build what it needs to build to keep you healthy. If you aren't getting adequate nutrition, and I don't mean calorie wise, I mean micronutrient wise, your body is just, it's not going to have the resources that it needs to do what you need it to do to fight off all the infections and keep your immune system happy and healthy. One of the big vitamins that everyone talks about when it comes to immunity is vitamin C. Now the thing with vitamin C is there are studies to show that it doesn't do much in terms of reducing risk of catching a virus or a cold or whatever it is you're worried about catching. However, supplementing with it or consuming enough of it in your diet through things like citrus fruits can help reduce the severity as well as the duration of any illness that you do manage to catch. So vitamin C is by no means a cure-all or a way of completely preventing any sort of illness, but making sure to consume enough of it in your diet or supplementing with it if you need to can definitely help. And the last thing that I really want to emphasize when it comes to things you can do to boost your immunity is managing your stress levels. I cannot stress this enough. No pun intended. Chronic stress will severely negatively impair your immune system. When the body is under stress, whether physical, emotional, mental, etc., it produces cortisol. And cortisol is a fight or flight hormone. And this sends a signal to the body to kind of shut down all of the systems that aren't immediately necessary. So that's why when you get super anxious, your digestion gets a little bit weird, because if you need to fight or flee, your body doesn't care about digesting the food that you put in it. It cares about avoiding the danger. And it's the same thing with your immune system. When you are in a heightened state of stress, your immune system becomes suppressed. And I have more firsthand experiences with this than I would like to admit. Almost every single semester in maybe high school, definitely college, I would get sick immediately after finals week, because during finals week I'd be like so stressed, hyper focused, and just like in that like go mode. My body was in this like super elevated, stressed out state, and so while I was in that state, my body was like working overtime to accomplish everything. So as soon as that stress reduced, my body like would relax and I would inevitably get a cold. I don't know if that happened like every semester, but it probably happened at least once a year. So something I've been making sure to do for a little bit, but definitely since I moved in with my aunt and uncle, so like the last month and a half, is take like at least an hour, hopefully 2, before I go to bed, just to myself to do whatever, usually watch a Netflix show, and just relax and not be like working up until I have to go to bed. And honestly, I think that has been something that has made a huge difference in my health, in my healing journey, and especially in my immune strength. And with that being said, it is time for me to take the next 2 hours to myself and relax and unwind and de-stress so that I can fully recover from this little cold that I got and make sure that my immune system is strong and ready to fight in case the coronavirus does come my way, because I don't want that. And I definitely don't want to get it and infect all of the people that I care about around me. Because like, I'm not worried about myself if I get it, but I don't want to be responsible for other people getting it and having bad things happen to them. If you guys have any other immune boosting tips or hacks, please leave them down in the comments below, because I'm sure we could all use them. Even if these things don't necessarily directly improve your immunity, if you can improve your fear of this situation, that itself will improve your immunity. So like, because let's just say vitamin C doesn't actually do anything, but we all believe that it does, right? So if you are afraid of catching the coronavirus or just getting sick in general, and you take vitamin C and that allays some of the fear, that's actually going to be better for your health and better for your immune system, even if the vitamin C isn't doing anything. It's the placebo effect, basically. You believe you're getting treated and you feel better because of it, and so since mentally you feel better, your body can relax more and it won't be in that stress state that the fear is causing, and so your health will actually improve and your immunity will improve, even if the actual thing that you're doing isn't directly helping. Basically, what I'm trying to say is feel free to give any of these things a try, especially if you are one of the people who are more afraid of the situation. Just the knowledge that you're doing something and trying to do something may be enough to actually help get your body where it needs to be. I hope all of you can remain happy and healthy throughout all of this, regardless of whether or not you implement any of these tips. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up because it really does support me and my channel. Please share this video on Facebook with your family, anyone who may need some of these tips. If you want to see more videos from me, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the little notification bell so you get notified when I post a new video, and I will see you very soon. Bye.